Alright, after a shitload of effort, and I don't know how it happened, but I finally got it to save my workspace and to start with the right damn template. I mean, my fucking god. Architectural inches, proper scale. I think. Nope. Well, it is the scale I had it set to, though. I guess. That's not what it should be, though. Fuck it. I mean, cause, when you work in a model space, it should be a one-to-one. Everything should be drawn one-to-one. Anyway, let's see how this works out. And outside of a fucking nuclear power plant, 2 inches. I don't know what's going on with this piece of shit. Now, in order to get this stupid fucking grid to work right, I had to go set this allow subdivision and displayed grid beyond limits, and now it kind of works right. Yeah, as you can see, this thing has got a lot of fucking bugs in it. What the hell happened to the resets? I don't know. But it does have a lot of bugs in it. And that's one of them. Like, for some reason my resets are gone again. I don't know why. I mean, I got it to work earlier. Okay, I set it on power and then they show back up, so I guess that was the ticket to it. But I don't know, I don't know if I'm, because right now I'm working in like millimeters or some shit, as you can see here. But I haven't been able to successfully convert to imperial units at all. Did several drawings, like plumbing and everything. I'm still not sure how this works. I mean, there are a lot of videos out there, but none of them seem to be like a start to finish tutorial that I've been able to find yet. And of course, you got several different years worth of tutorials out there. But generally, how I did this, I'd place these toilet fixtures, out of the thing over here. You set your panel right here at electrical, plumbing, or whatever, whatever you want. And then, you see those little icons. Well, those are like the drain points. But you also got these icons for the hot and cold water, and, same with the toilets. They have these little icons for like water to be connected there, or the drain there. But again, I still just had the barest idea of how this whole thing works. I mean, it's so freaking confusing. And the electrical, I can't get it to be in the standard, American style. This is the closest I can get right here. I don't know what the fuck this means. Um, but again, this whole thing is just, works in a very confusing way. These aren't good standards. Like I said, routed ductwork, again, supposedly this stuff's, it's got a 3D component in it, but this is obviously, oh, yeah, no, it is 3D. So this all can be done in 3D. I know you can have actually two windows open at the same time. Some of these guys were working in 2D, plus there's a 3D window of it going on at the same time. It's pretty friggin' slick what this thing does, if you knew how to use it. But, I don't really have an actual architectural plan to go with it, so, it's hard for me to sort of practice on some of this stuff. I think some of these guys had, things you could download, but, like plans and so forth to work on, but, for practice. But, but again, this thing's got so many bugs in it that, like this, I couldn't select, so it's doing the receps and everything this way, so it's pretty cool. The two panels I put in there, and supposedly in electrical, you start with the panels, then I guess you position your fixtures, and then you do your wiring last, which makes sense. And same with HVAC, you put your RTUs on there, what have you, and then put your your registers, and then you go and route your duct, which is pretty much how we used to do it, back in the day too, although sometimes we jump back and forth. But anyway, this is something I know I could probably learn. It's just it's got apparently bugs in it, but and like I said, if I dug enough, I could probably find tutorials on actually start to finish. But again, it's hard to keep it to like 2012 and version and all that. I'm sure further models of it have so even the light fixtures have a 3D aspect to them. So we got, like I said, all the fixtures, although it's not doing the pipe right now in 3D. I don't know why. You'd think it would do that, because it certainly does it for ductwork. You can still see the piping here for some reason, but again, it's still in one line. Because I know they got piping systems that actually do show up in 3D, so I don't know. But anyway, I'm just saying, this is not a very informative video, because I'm not showing you much, because I hadn't really learned much. I'm just kind of dinking around with this thing just to try to figure some of it out, get a basic feel for what's going on, and I think it's learnable. But the thing is that when you switch this down here from like plumbing to mechanical, etc., the ribbon bar is supposed to change, but it's just stuck on plumbing. I mean, I don't know why. And but I know here's where you change the scale. So if you like your, if that was a real problem on the HVAC. It's getting the annotation to shrink, but that's how you do it. Just change the scale down here. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just kind of, but it's really not sure what to make of it yet. This is something I'd have to spend days on, but I'd have to, again, in order for this to make any sense, I'd have to actually start with an actual architectural type project. So, which I hadn't really looked at the architectural version of it yet. I guess I could pull one up. But I don't think I'm too low on memory. Yeah, here it is. And what's different about these two, except it'll start in millimeters. Because again, you know, that's that like that. Well, that ductwork program, you know, I can't get it to work at all. It gives me warning messages all the time now. If I try to write about duct anywhere, it wasn't doing that when I first, started it. But okay, you know, here I did look at this a little bit, and like I said, this is it expects to have walls and so forth, but I don't know where you actually do walls. I guess here. Huh. Wall, curtain wall unit. Equivalent to a properties menu. What is this? Okay, while adding wall, use control to flip the wall. Use shift to change wall justification. Use control to reposition the wall, or use offset to reposition the wall. Okay. Width. It is in inches anyway. The height is 10 foot. Okay. Let me close this. Yeah, I'm drawing a wall. But, okay. I guess it actually has snaps to isometric views or something. Yeah, it does. That's kind of cool. Why these are set like that? Okay, I should be able to put like doors in and stuff. Look at doors. Oh. I'll put brick walls in there and concrete and everything. Stud walls. Try that. Oh, I want to do that. Fuck off. Now it's going to be an addition. Let's put a brick wall in here. Okay, let's see what the results of that were. Damn it. That's cool. There's a little brick slot and studs. You know, same thing. I guess that's for an interior wall. But anyway, let's see if I can stick a door in there. In single. Select wall. Okay. Probably should be working in the plan view on this. Okay, I guess those are my door positions right there. Nope. Damn it. bit quirky. I didn't want to speculate. Put an overhead door in here. Now let me go to plan view to do this. Let's see. Okay. Why is that snapping? Oh, god damn it. Nearest perpendicular intersection if you want it, tangent, reset your shit. Okay, there we go. Okay, now surely overhead doors can be bigger than 3 inches. Pick 2 points. There we go. Go ahead and, no, I'll just delete this one. Okay, let's put some windows in it. Awning. I'm put an awning on it. Put a picture window in it. Right here, let's see. Width 3 foot. Okay, we'll just stick with that. Window here and here. The glider, I don't know what a glider is. Looks like the same thing. Right, glazing. Reception. Oh, put an elevator in it. Got a lobby. Restroom. See where shit goes like that. Men's. That's a bit crooked. That did. Anyway, look at these boxes here. That's funny. Anyway, you see some of the windows and, the Tulsa overhead door we created, and so it's kind of cool, But anyway, yeah, I'd have to make some kind of architecture. I mean, if you wanted to get serious about it, I'd need something to base it off. I'm still not sure how all this glues together. It's got sheet sets and everything else. It just constantly confuses me because it's not like AutoCAD. AutoCAD, you got your down here somewhere you can set it. It's right here. Drawing status bar, but somewhere down here you could show tabs and so forth. But anyway, but yeah, in AutoCAD, you have your paper space and your CAD's, your model space. But I don't know. This doesn't seem to work that way. It seems like you're either in paper view or in model view. But anyway, the point is that I think this stuff is learnable. It's just it's not a high priority at the moment. I may come back to it later when I'm more determined. But to me, But to me, I just, I'm not sure if you're going to go this way or not. You probably will, but for right now, I'm still kind of banking more on, just basic AutoCAD, and then, like SolidWorks and stuff like that being more important, even though that may not be the case. So, I mean, I'm still not really sure what the hell is the case. Um, but anyway, as far as this goes, because I know there's Revit out there too, and I got to look at that and try to figure out what that's all about. But AutoCAD is certainly more capable from a 3D standpoint and everything than I, was giving it credit for. I was thinking Revit was what they were doing that in, and maybe it is. But AutoCAD here does have this MEP package, which is powerful from what I've seen. Because like when it comes to the other thing, doing duct work and so forth, I mean, it can do the calculations for you, even on power and everything. It can kind of apparently do that, so it's pretty powerful, because you can practically be a designer with this thing, without too much effort, I would think.